All right, so tonight on Tiller's Bourbon Challenge, I'm Randy Tiller. This is Richard, and this is Rob. We're trying something new. We're going to give our review on Knob Creek Single Barrel Select Bourbon. We've never had it before, and so this is a fresh, cracked, open bottle. Wow, this is a tough one.
Do I need to get my prop
No.
This
This the whole. This okay. I was pulling the wrong way.
That's what she told me last night.
All right, let's keep this down. Let's keep this right.
YouTube's gonna mess us up now.
Nah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, we've had Knob Creek before. That's
a good smell.
And I finished off my bottle of Knob Creek 9 last night.
All right, I'd let everybody pour their own in there. And so, we all like Knob Creek 9, but we've never had the Select before.
Yes, and this. You go ahead.
And through the Select, it's 120 proof. Each store or buyer gets to select their own barrels if they choose. We live in a state store state, so the state gets to choose their barrel. So any store that's out there that buys a large facility that have big chains all over it, they get to select. So each one has their own ones. It even has a bottom sticker on the bottom to let you know this is who got it. Mm-hmm. This is what it's about.
Yep, this one is showing. Yeah, we'll talk about more of that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it more later. And we're gonna try it both ways. We're gonna start off neat,
mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna add some ice to it and see if we can tell any difference. And I know some people like putting little drops of water here and there, but it does make a difference. But we wouldn't normally drink our bourbon that way. We want to drink it how most people drink it, either neat or on the rocks. And this right here is not real hard to find. It's in most state stores all over. It was the last one on the shelf when I walked in to buy it.
Well, our shelves are always empty, doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well,
Alabama.
And we talked about this before. I've got probably 5 or 6 that I go into, and they all know me. I've been there so many times, and I've actually talked to a guy, and we go back and forth, several ones. And they don't even ask me if I need help because they know me looking a while. But I've been watching this one a while, and there's also, obviously Knob Creek. They've got Knob Creek 9, all of Knob Creek 15.
They have a 9 to 10?
No, 9 to 10 is the 12,
15.
12 and a 15.
Yeah.
And that's the newest one's the 15. But this is stuff that I really want to try.
Yes.
Yeah. Right now, you can smell more of the heat to it.
Knob Creek is a go-to.
Yes,
for sure.
really a good one.
Definitely smell the heat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
120 proof, you can definitely smell that proof in it. The proof is in the pudding.
Proof is in the pudding, and we already know we're gonna like this. If it's anything like the 9, which we love the 9, but this is actually gonna be better.
But in the 900 proof.
I've got the 9 right here. The 9 is 100 proof.
Yes.
And as you can see, these bottles don't last long in our houses.
No.
At all.
I had a little bit more than that in mine last night, and it's gone now. It was good. Let's give this a try. Wow.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even get it on my taste buds, and I was and the smell was hitting me, and that strength hit my senses, and I had to stop for a second.
Well, like you said, this hasn't been aired out. Like y'all saw me, I just opened it. It's fresh crack, what we call a neck pour.
Ooh, that's strong.
It's got it, yeah. Let me taste it. Wow.
Whoa.
That's some high heat. That's some high heat. Using another baseball term.
Woo. I know last week we did our high proof challenge, and they were all, I don't know if any of them were past 120.
No, none of them was this high.
None of them were that high.
I think the highest one was 116.8 or something.
Yeah,
like
the wild turkey was the rare breed, and we had Elijah Craig barrel proof, and that was a really good challenge.
That was not just high heat. That was high heat with some chin music. Oh my God, the smell just wow. But okay, now I'm gonna take another sip. That heat lingered in the throat.
Yeah.
That's strong.
Maybe I should have opened it a couple hours
and
ago.
let it breathe a little bit.
While. But we like, as some of you that watch the show, we really like open it, let you know this is brand new, never tried before. First sip. I'm taking my second sip here.
It's hot, but it's sweet.
Yeah, I tasted that as well.
Yes, I mean it's really sweet. I just that second sip I just took.
The heat almost overpowers the sweet though.
Yeah.
You don't
Until
recognize
that
it
second,
right at first.
right?
Yeah.
Until that second sip, and that sweetness hit.
And as you can see, it leaves a good film
Yes.
on the glass. And in case
And
you know,
it's
these
clean looking.
These are Glencairn glasses, and this is the best way to try something new. And you swirl it around. You can see the little film that leaves through there. That's how you know it's the good stuff.
Whoo!
Wow, man, that is.
You can't take. You won't take much of this unless you're just. Unless your liver is almost gone as it is, you're not going to get too many of these in a night. Ooh, that's hot. It's good though. It's very
wow.
It's when I've said it before. Sweet heat. This is real sweet heat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is real sweet, and I can taste the kind of a nutmeg flavor almost.
Taste some earthy spices. And the sweetness to it.
Oh yeah,
and
a little bit of
heat
the
to it, and that heat lingers in the throat.
Wow, that is a strong. I didn't expect it to be that
That's
strong. I know it's 120, but I've had up to 130 before, and I don't remember it kicking me like this. This is all right. So what we said we were going to do, we're going to start off neat. We tried it neat. We're going to throw a little bit of ice in it and drink it over the rocks just to see. And we got ice right here.
And while we're letting it cool down,
We're just gonna pick it out with our fingers.
Yeah, just grab a couple, throw it in there. And this is how we would normally drink it. That's why we're doing this. Like I said, a lot of people get the droppers, a bit of little water it down to their taste. Well, that's fine if you drink it that way. We don't drink it that way.
no.
We actually drink it mainly over the rocks. We tried over the neat to get the pure flavor over it. Okay, there we go. But
You can't hold your liquor. Is that that strong for you?
wow, if liquor could freeze in ice, could you imagine?
Yeah.
Let me tell you a little more about this. On the bottle, it's got Fred Noe's signature. He is the master distiller. His father was Booker Noe, who, as you know, Booker's Bourbon was named after him. Booker's Bourbon.
Or Booker's Bourbon.
Booker's Bourbon. I never had it because I can't find a bottle of it. It's allocated where we live, and it's hard to find. But I'd like to try a bottle of it. But I have seen people before that tried that and this, and they said, "Wow, this is right up there with it." And Booker Noe was Jim Beam's grandson. His mother was a Beam, so this is Jim Beam's great grandson. And the whole story about Knob Creek is, let's go back to Booker Noe. He is credited for inventing the small batch. Now it says small batch on the bottle, even though we know this is a single barrel. So at Jim Beam, that just meant it was a small batch compared to the rest of their facility. Where a lot of companies have, that is a mixture of different barrels. But he is credited for bringing bourbon back up. Through the 60s and 70s, you had a big run on gin and vodka overrunning bourbon. And bourbon was starting to fall down. And because of the small batch of Booker Noe, he got it back up. Bourbon is now one of the top selling ones all over the world.
Oh, yeah.
And Knob Creek is something that he came up with. I can't remember the exact date. I think it was like 92 or 93. And
if you look at the bottles, they're exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
And that's why you see the small batch on all of their bottles, because they use the same bottles for everything.
Right.
Even though it's not technically a small batch, but every Knob Creek is small batch.
Right.
Yeah. But this is single barrel select.
Single barrel select. And like I said, different stores or state-run places, they get their pick. They can either pick their own barrels or let Jim Beam pick the barrels for them. So you could drive to a different state or a different store, whatever, where your area, and that bottle may taste just a tad different flavor from the one that you have.
And this one right here was barreled October 18, 2012, and selected May 13, 2022. So it's almost a 10-year bourbon here.
Right, and the big, it's just like the Knob Creek 9. This is supposed to be a 9-year bourbon, but it's actually a little over 9.
A little over 9, but it is select bourbon.
In my area it's like a $60 bottle. Now I've seen online for a little less and a little more. In the areas that this is hard to find, they pay big money for this. And if some of these little bars you go into, these bourbon bars or different restaurants that have the bourbon menu, the price varies on this big time.
I bet.
Anywhere from a $10 pour to a $20 pour. Whew. Yeah. And I'm thinking, wow.
Okay, so do I owe you $20?
No, it's part of the Tiller Bourbon Challenge crew.
Appreciate you.
This is part of our drinking here.
So let's give this a shot with the.
Yeah,
It's a perk.
It's a perk. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a perk. I mean, look at that's a great color all the way through. Yeah, all the way through.
Let's give this a shot.
So we've let the ice melt in a little bit. Let's see if there's any difference to it. Smell it first.
It did tone down the smell, and now I'm tasting more of those, or smelling more of those spices.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, it's got a great smell
I
to
didn't
it.
notice that right at first.
Yeah, because
You're smelling more of it.
the first smell was all heat.
Oh yeah.
Now over ice, you get more of the flavor, big time.
You get more of the smell to it.
It melted that ice pretty fast too.
Yeah. It's like sitting ice in the sun.
Basically,
With 120 proof.
put in boiling water. Is what it's like. All right, let me try it.
But
Man, that made a big difference. Wow.
I still get the sweetness to it. I don't get as much of the heat to it.
Right.
But it is still a very good sweet bourbon. I think this might be the sweetest bourbon I've ever had.
Well, I think what I read is like 75% corn, and then
That's high corn.
Yeah,
that's why it's so
high
sweet.
corn.
It's very sweet.
That's why it's so sweet.
And they got the other two ingredients mixed in, down like they usually are.
And the ice somehow taps down the heat of the alcohol.
Oh, for sure.
It brings out more of the flavor.
Yep.
Yeah. I would recommend, I guess we all three would, if you drink this,
Put an ice ball in it.
over the rocks. Yeah, ice ball would be perfect. But over the ice ball, let it melt down just a tad, and then start drinking. And by the end of that drink, you probably get all kinds of flavors in it.
You will still get the alcohol.
Yes.
Even though you're
The
not tasting
alcohol's
much
still
of
there.
it, you'll still get it.
Yeah.
Just to know what we're saying, if you get this bottle, try it first like we did. Neat. Just so you know what we're talking about. And then try it over the rocks. It makes a big difference.
Yes, and and I'm not getting as much oak as I do in a lot of other bourbons. You've got that hint of it, but you don't get as much of it.
Wow.
Are you thinking the same thing there, Rob? I don't get as much oak to this. I get more. I mean, this is.
I don't know how visible this is, but look, that is the.
That's the color. It's pretty.
Color.
It's a very pretty color.
It's pretty.
And you can
it's so pretty.
And you can see the oils on the side, just perfect. What do you think about it?
It's delicious.
It is.
I mean, for being such a strong, high proof bourbon, it drinks very easy.
Yes.
Yes. Man.
Especially with a little bit of ice in it. I mean, it was still smooth without neat, but that heat lingered in my throat.
Yeah.
But it doesn't now.
Yeah, not on the rocks.
Not on the rocks. That heat doesn't linger in the throat for me.
Yeah, same here. The first sip, burn all the way through.
And stayed.
And stayed. It's almost like somebody's throwing some logs on, a little bit of chunks of coal, and got it flowing, like a locomotive. But now, on the rocks a little bit, wow.
Yeah.
And I swear, in my glass, there's a little bit of charred oak floating in there. You see that?
I saw that.
Yeah.
You know what? When I had it neat, I kept looking at it, going, "Am I seeing little specks of something in the light?" But I did see little specks of something in it before I put the ice in it. But I didn't. I thought maybe it was just maybe a lighting thing. Now that you mentioned that, yeah.
Well, that's what I thought at first. I thought it was just a shadow, but now look, it is a little bit of chunk of Jim Beam bourbon barrel. You know, wow.
Yeah,
Which is fine with me.
Thanks for buying this.
Oh yeah, I knew you would like it. I knew you would like it. We don't normally drink just Jim Beam plain.
No.
That's usually a mixer for us if we do drink it. And there are a couple other Jim Beam products we do like. I'll throw in Old Granddad 114 was really great. What is it? Old Tub.
Old Tub.
Old Tub is really good. But I would say this is probably the best Jim Beam product I've ever drank.
Yes.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I mean, this may be one of my favorite bourbons ever. This is the first time trying it, and I've tried many. We've all three tried many different bourbons.
Yes.
And I would put this up here.
Up there.
I mean,
Big time.
Yeah. Like I said, it was right around $60 bottle, and it's worth it.
I would say so as well.
Yeah.
So basically, so far, anything with the Knob Creek name on it, I think I would like.
Right. I think I would too. I haven't tried the Knob Creek 15 yet, but
I've done 9, I've done 12, but I haven't done 15, and until now I haven't done that. And
yeah, and this is awesome.
Thank you so much.
So
cheers that for me one time.
Just cheers all three
that
of
for
this.
me one time.
This
there you
is
go.
one last sip here.
Yes, sir. All right. I would give this one, if I had more than 2 thumbs. Let me get my big toes out. More than 2 thumbs, I would.
Okay, I give it 2 thumbs.
2 thumbs up.
Okay, so if you are new into bourbon, or even if you've been drinking bourbon for years and never tried this, I would definitely recommend trying this.
And I'm going. Oh, I'm sorry, you saw me. All right, guys.
All right. Well, this is another great one. This is why we do this stuff. We love trying new bourbons. We want to let you know what we think about them. And it's just our opinion. And we're pretty sure if you buy this one, if you love bourbon, you don't like this, then you probably don't like bourbon.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, anything else to add, guys?
If you don't like it, don't comment.
Just joking. Comment and let us know what you think.
I'm just messing with you. So, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Yeah, remember to subscribe. And until next time, we got more stuff planned. And we'll see you then.
See ya.
We'll see you.
See ya.